Okay, in this video we are going to learn how to use the loft command on Onshape. The process of being able to use this command isn't too long or difficult, depending of course what you're designing. The loft command consists of at least two sketches in order for the loft command to, well, being able to use the command you need to have two sketches. So yeah, because if you have only one sketch, then you really can't loft, or rather use loft commands, but you'll see later on in this video. So yeah, and another thing to consider when designing anything on Onshape is you want to go to your document menu, and then you want to go to workspace units. So if you want to work with a certain unit, you need to go over here, and I'm actually going to change my units and also my mass too. So for example, if I want to do millimeters, and for mass I'll just do kilogram. So to ensure that you have made changes to the units that you want to work with, you want to accept the changes that you've made by clicking this check mark. So once we do that, that'll be good. And yeah, so first and foremost, it's good to always work with the units that you want to work with. It's very important, more important than you think, but as we all know, it's pretty important. But yeah, so let's get right into it. So I'm just gonna get, for the sake of this video, I'm gonna work with the top plane. You can work with any plane, doesn't matter which plane you work with, so long as of course you have another plane that's offsetted from the other plane. For example, if I offset another plane from the front view, which is basically gonna it's gonna be parallel from this plane, and it's gonna be across from the front plane, but you'll see it later on throughout the video. So yep, more doing, less talking. So I'm gonna do the top plane, so I'm just gonna hide these planes for now. Okay, there we go. And then go to view to normal. Okay. I'm going to make a square base, so we're going to go to new sketch. Okay. Call this sketch one to be base. It's always good to name your sketches just to organize yourself. Was a good idea. Okay. Sketch one. There we go. Yep. So I'm gonna go over here, and then I'm going to go right here. Okay, awesome. Now I got my base. If I want to make my sides longer, or dimension rather my sides to what I see as fit, so you want to go to the dimension command here. And then you want to, of course, since I'm working with millimeters, of course, that's my unit. Yeah, so you can just type in whatever numerical value you so wish to input as your dimension for that one particular side. Or rather the parallel sides, but anyways, yeah, for side. So I'll go with 400 millimeters. Alright, so I'll press enter. Alright. And I also wanted to mention this line 400 to 400 millimeters. Okay, 400. There we go. Okay. Now that I got my base, I'm going to see if I'm not forgetting anything else. I'm going to accept the sketch, so I do that. Okay, great. Now I'm going to go to my isometric view. Now that I've got my base, we got one sketch. I have to create another sketch so that we could use the loft command. So I have to offset a plane. So we are going to go make sure it's upward. I mean, you can, it doesn't matter which direction the plane goes to as well. It can go left, right, up, down, doesn't matter, so long as you have another plane that's parallel from the original plane itself, then you should be fine. So, okay. And you can also change your distance here too, which I'm going to do too. So I'm just going to make it 250 millimeters. And I should do that. Nice. Okay. Go back to my isometric. View to normal. Okay. Now we're going to have another sketch that we're going to make on plane 1, or rather, I should actually rename it. Name it offset plane. It's always good to, of course, again, name your planes or sketches just to be organized, so which is what I'm doing right now. So let's go right there. Okay. So we're going to create another sketch, and this time it's going to be on the plane that we just offsetted. So we're going to click on here, and then I'm also just going to use that same tool again. And keep in mind, it doesn't have to, of course, you don't have to use the rectangle command or the square command. You can sketch whatever you want, so long as you have 2 sketches that you are able to loft, but you're going to see that in a few very shortly. So I'm going to do that. I wanted to mention both of these sides, so we're going to have, this time we'll just go with 330 millimeters. Random, I know. Oh yeah, enter, yeah. Whenever you input your dimensions, your new dimensions, you always want to press enter when you're done typing. Or just a reminder. So I'm just gonna make this side 330 millimeters as well. Enter, okay. Alright, so we're done with the second sketch. So I'm gonna also accept it too. Now I'm going to go to my isometric view. Now this is where the cool part takes place. So now, since we have 2 sketches, we're able to use the loft command. So I'm actually going to go ahead and get rid of these planes temporarily for now. Also, I'm going to try to get rid of that origin point too. Okay. Now, we're going to use the loft command. So as you can see where my mouse is, this is what the icon looks like, the loft command. So we're going to click here, and we're not going to add, remove, or intersect. Those are just other things that you can also do too with the command, but since we're trying to just regularly do the function, if you would, we're just going to click on these 2 sketches here. Doesn't matter which order you do, and as you can see, we have lofted. Right here, we have used the loft command, so at least 2 or more sketches would do, and that's basically it. So this was just a easy, simple example of, just getting an idea of when and how to use the loft command. It's not too difficult, so let me just actually accept this real quick. Sketch. But yeah, so it's not too difficult. That's how you basically use the loft command. Again, it doesn't matter which plane you sketch off from, it's just still the same direction as well as the direction of your offset plane. So, yep, that is basically how you loft in Onshape. So, yep. If you have any more questions regarding what I just did, if you need me to clarify anything, my email address is in the description down below, or you might actually see on the screen. Yeah, so if you want me to clarify something, or if I missed something, or if I said something incorrectly, please contact me ASAP. But yeah, so thank you.